Good morning. Today in this video we are going to discuss about the structural physiology, connections and functions of the basal ganglia. Basal ganglia is the important short notes for the BBS students. So today briefly we will discuss the basal ganglia. Basal ganglia is the group of gray matter nuclei situated in the base of the forebrain, just above the brainstem in the subcortical area. It is important for the planning and programming of the movement. This image shows the lateral view of basal ganglia. So this is comma-shaped structure is called as the caudate nucleus. There is the head, body, tail. The tail contains the amygdaloid nucleus. Okay. This is the putamen. This is called as the globus pallidus. This is thalamus. Okay. This is lateral geniculate body. It is looking like the rat eating the egg. So this is the lateral view of basal ganglia. Components of basal ganglia. First component is the caudate nucleus. Caudate nucleus is the comma-shaped structure. It has the three parts: head, body, and tail. End of the tail contains the amygdaloid nucleus. Putamen is the dark structure. It is separated from the globus pallidus by the white fibrous band. Globus pallidus is the pale color structure. Pallidus means pale color. So globus pallidus again divided into the globus pallidus externus and globus pallidus internus. Both are separated by the white matter. Subthalamic nucleus is situated lateral to the red nucleus and dorsal to the substantia nigra. Substantia nigra is the dark sheet of neurons contain the high amount of the neuromelanin. It contains more amount of the copper. It is again divided into the two parts. Pars compacta. It is dorsal part is called as the pars compacta. It has the more amount of the dopaminergic and cholinergic neuron. Ventral part is called as the pars reticularis. It has the more amount of the GABA neuron. Striatum made up of caudate nucleus and putamen. Lenticular nucleus made up of putamen and globus pallidus. So you have to remember the words striatum and lenticular nucleus. This diagram shows a horizontal view of basal ganglia. So you have to draw this diagram in the exam if they ask us the short notes means. So this is the schematic diagram. So see, this is the caudate nucleus. So only head is depicted here. Actually in the lateral view I show like comma shape. Here only head part, caudate nucleus. This is putamen. Okay. The caudate nucleus and putamen combinedly called as the striatum. Okay. Caudate nucleus and putamen combinedly called as the striatum. The next connection slides I will show only this putamen as the striatum. I will not show the caudate nucleus. And this is the globus pallidus externus. This is globus pallidus internus. Okay. Both are connected by the white matter. Okay. So this is the subthalamic nucleus. So it is just lateral to the red nucleus, dorsal to the substantia nigra. This is the subthalamic nucleus. This is the substantia nigra. Okay. Dark substantia nigra. It has two parts. Pars compacta, pars compacta, and dorsal part. That is dopaminergic and cholinergic, and pars reticularis ventral part. It is GABA neurons. So this diagram you have to draw. They ask short notes means you have to draw this diagram. So this is the cerebral cortex. The connections of the basal ganglia to the cerebral cortex. This is the thalamus. Thalamus is the relay center. Connections of basal ganglia. Afferent connections. Main afferent connection is the corticostriate projections from the cerebral cortex to the striatum. Striatum is the component of caudate nucleus and putamen. So it releases the excitatory neurotransmitter like glutamate. Okay, and the thalamostriate fibers. It is originated from thalamus to the striatum. In the thalamus, it is mainly originated from the intralaminar nuclei, medial nuclei, dorsomedian nuclei, and ventral anterior nuclei. So it supplies to the thalamus. Intranuclear connections. Nigrostriatal projection. Fibers from the pars compacta of the substantia nigra to the striatum. So it releases the dopamine. Defect in the nigrostriatal projections produce the Parkinsonism. GABA inhibitory projections. Fibers from the corpus striatum to pars reticularis of substantia nigra and globus pallidus, both internal and external segments, are releasing the inhibitory GABA. And fibers from the external globus pallidus to the subthalamic nucleus also releases the GABA. Fibers from the subthalamic nucleus to project to the substantia nigra and internal and external segment of the globus pallidus secrete glutamic acids. The diagram explains the direct pathway of the basal ganglia. So in the direct pathway, you want to do any movement, that planning occur in the cerebral cortex that send the impulse to the striatum. This is the striatum, the putamen and the caudate nucleus combinedly shown as the striatum here. So it sends the impulse to the glutaminergic neurons, the excitatory neurons. So that increases the release of GABA to the up to globus pallidus internus. Okay, second globus pallidus increase GABA release up to the globus pallidus internus. So the increased GABA decreases the GABA secretions from the globus pallidus internus to the thalamus. So decreased GABA release to the thalamus, it increases the production of the glutamate to the cerebral cortex. So it produces the movement. Okay, so the planning is occur in the cerebral cortex, that execution is occur through the basal ganglia. This is the direct pathway. Direct pathway. Indirect pathway of basal ganglia. Stimulation of the direct pathway produces the contraction of the agonist muscle. So indirect pathway should produce the relaxation of the antagonist muscle. Indirect pathway through corticostriate fibers releases the more glutamate. From the striatum to the globus pallidus externus, it releases the more GABA. From the globus pallidus externus to the subthalamic nucleus, decreases the GABA, because this place more GABA is secreted. This GABA inhibits the production of the GABA in this place. From the subthalamic nucleus to the globus pallidus internus, produce the more amount of the glutamate. From the globus pallidus internus to the thalamus through pallidothalamic fibers, it produces a more amount of the GABA. Finally, releases the less glutamate through the thalamocortical fibers, so it produces a relaxation of the antagonist muscle. Dopamine effect on direct indirect pathway. Nigrostriatal fibers releases the dopamine. The dopamine stimulates the direct pathway, inhibit the indirect pathway. Okay. This dopamine act on this striatum is balanced by the cholinergic neuron. Cholinergic neuron also secretes acetylcholine in this place. This is maintain the movement of the body, motor activities is in the balanced condition. The dopamine and acetylcholine is balanced in this place. So depend on this, it execute the skilled movements. Okay. So sometimes we have to maintain the posture in the particular posture, means it produces the direct stimulate the direct pathway, inhibit the indirect pathway. So if you execute some other movement, means depend on this, the dopamine acting on the direct indirect pathway. Here another the cholinergic neuron also releases the acetylcholine, that is also balance the activity of the dopamine on the striatum and the connections, the direct and indirect pathway connections. Effect of injury on direct and indirect pathway. Okay. So the injury occur in the nigrostriatal pathway. The dopamine level is decreased, means it will inhibit the direct pathway. See, it inhibits the direct pathway, it produces the release of glutamate. Finally, it produces a hypokinetic movement. Hypokinetic movement means slow movements. Same occur in the indirect pathway also. Indirect pathway normally it will inhibit the indirect pathway. Here it will stimulate the indirect pathway. Finally, it is also decreases the movements. Decreases the release of glutamate from the thalamus to the cerebral cortex. So the hypokinetic movement occur in the Parkinsonism due to the release of glutamate from the thalamus to the cortex. Another one important feature in the Parkinsonism is the rigidity. So cortex is inhibit the muscle tone. Here the cortex is less stimulated, so it increases the rigidity. The hypokinetic movement and the rigidity due to the release of the less dopamine in the nigrostriatal pathway. Another thing is the GABA neuron. This neuron damage in the GABAergic neurons in the striatopallidal fibers. Striatopallidal fibers produce another one disease that is called as the Huntington disease. So we will discuss separately in the Parkinsonism and Huntington disease in the another video. In this video, we discuss the structural physiology and connections of the basal ganglia. So if the ask us the short notes, means you have to write the components of the basal ganglia and afferent efferent internuclear connections you have to write. If you are not able to write, means at least you have to write the direct and indirect pathway. That is important. Direct and indirect pathway you have to practice it. So if you draw the direct and indirect pathway, means you will get the maximum marks. Okay. So next video I will explain the functions of the basal ganglia and applied aspects of the basal ganglia. Okay. So if you like this video, you subscribe and share your friends. Thank you.